That's what I'm talking about.
Trying to hide the feeling that I'm never leaving home. Everybody wants me dead, but I just wanna be left alone. Have you ever felt the pressure building in your brain? Growing up is suicide and it's making me insane. Now I hate my mommy too. You told me you were still, so we left our homes and bills. Now I miss my mommy
Welcome to the industry. I'm Darshika, and thanks for listening to my very first podcast ever.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
It's great.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Thank you.
Nice job.
I'm
Well done.
nervous.
I am here with the Frights. So basically, what my podcast is about. A little backstory on me. I am a pre-med student at UCLA, and since I was little, I've been really interested in like the music industry and stuff like that. But Indian parents, my parents were like, no, you need to be a doctor. So ever since I got to LA, I've been introduced to like this whole new like environment and stuff, and I'm just like really into it now. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna minor in music industry, and I'm gonna do this. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
it.
so I did this podcast, as a way for people to listen to this and kind of like motivate themselves as like if they want to do something like music wise or entertainment wise, film wise, like that would be like a great way for them to get a little glimpse of the industry and see like what it takes to be there and like why they should stick with what they want to do. So yeah, I am here with the Frights. I'm here with Ryan, Mikey, Mark, and Richard.
Hi.
Hi.
So yeah, how are you guys today?
Good.
So
Next question.
Next question.
Now really starting off like this.
No, we're good. We're super good.
Yeah.
We're chilling.
So what have you guys been up to like band wise?
Taking a break.
Yeah.
I haven't even
Yes.
seen these guys in
Good month off.
yeah,
It's been good.
almost a month.
It's been the best month.
Yeah. We just finished a tour a month ago, and so we're just hanging out now until the next one. Got like
Awesome.
another couple months to lay low.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. So I understand that you guys just like got off tour with Swimmers. So how was that? Like that whole
Good.
experience.
It was cool.
Yeah, long.
I mean, like Swimmers, like they're from the Bay Area. So how did you guys end up meeting and like collaborating like this tour and like?
Zach Carper from Fiddler produced both of our records,
Okay.
and so we kind of connected between that whole thing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just kind of put us together. So let's do it.
I think like we actually met them at this festival, Beach Goth, in October. But by then, I think we had already like our two camps had been like talking about touring already. So when we finally actually met them in person, the first things we said were like, "So are we like touring? Like, what is this?" And then like we said hi to each
It was
other.
cute, yeah.
It's great.
That's cute.
It's like a couples meet. Like, what
Yeah.
are we?
Yeah.
Tinder dates.
Blind date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, we're like, as far as bands go, like our band and their band, we're like a couple. We're like a married
I
couple.
literally made out with Max.
I
That's
I
true.
saw that.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Got it
Yeah.
all on tape.
Great, thanks.
So, like, what do you describe your genre as? It's like really
We used to describe we used to be surf punk, and then we were Dirty Do. We've been Dirty Do up for a while now, and I think
We didn't make that term up, by the way.
no, we didn't make that up. No, we didn't make. But like people started calling us that, and I think that made the most sense at the time because it was a lot of doo wop influence and stuff. And then now I think we're just rock or surf rock probably.
Okay.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Brother.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, this podcast is more like personal and stuff. So I'm gonna start asking questions about like your life. So if you guys each want to talk about like your own.
Okay, just
individual
don't step over any boundaries.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I got.
Shut up,
So
Mark.
like,
Can we screen these
That's
questions?
one of them. You just walked over one of them.
So like, what introduced you guys to music? First of all, big overall question.
Our parents. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure the same answer for everybody is our parents.
Yeah.
I mean,
Our
right?
parents were in a band together.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
pretty
They're
good.
called Jefferson Starship. They're all right.
Yeah. That's definitely for me. I mean, they Jefferson Starship. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's band.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, our parents we're lucky that all of our parents had really good taste in music. I mean, they're all came from either the 60s or 70s, so that's a great time for music, and they introduced us to the same stuff they listen to. At least this is for me. I think it's the same. But yeah, we're very fortunate to have cool mommies and daddies.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
pretty much. It's like looking at my dad's CD collection and not knowing what any of them were, and just picking out the ones with the coolest album covers and getting into it. Honestly, the School of Rock too, like that
Yeah,
movie.
that-
School of Rock. There's a School of Rock
Seriously.
too.
Yeah, there's 1,000 of them. It's franchise.
Starring Jamie Kennedy.
And John Lovitz.
That's like the first thing they find in
He plays
Princess
The Rock.
or something.
Yeah, School of Rock. I forgot about School of Rock.
Yeah. Well, 'cause I honestly, this is so freaking cheesy, but like, there's that one scene in the School of Rock where Jack Black's like in the van and they're playing Immigrant Song.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what that song was, but it was the coolest thing I'd ever heard in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like spending a whole summer going through my dad's CD collection one at a time until I found Led Zeppelin 3, and it was the first song, and I was like, oh, no, finally,
So awesome.
here we are.
That's awesome.
And,
I was
yeah.
Killer soundtrack all around in
seriously
that movie.
for
honestly
real.
really good. I actually saw my parents last week. I was talking to my mom about this. The first song that I remember hearing, like pop rock song, whatever. I have a very vivid memory of her driving me to elementary school, and there's this song that had a lot of like whistling on it. It was like really happy-go-lucky, or there's an acoustic guitar, and I found out like years after the fact it was Me and Julio by Paul Simon, and like I remember being in like high school and like rediscovering that, and like a chill like goes through every part of my body. I'm like, oh, like circles are being completed. Like this is where it all started. I don't know. So I guess that was it for me.
Nice. That's a good one. I like
Yeah.
that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, how'd you guys start playing?
Music, like separately playing music
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
did you guys just like randomly, like I'm going to pick
Yeah.
up a guitar one day? So
You can go around the circle. Go ahead.
My mom bought me a keyboard for like my 5th or 6th birthday, and it had like this function where like it would have like a bunch of songs that are like pre-made on it, and it would show you like on the little screen like the fingerings for how the songs are played, but you can like slow down the time on
Oh,
it
yeah, I
and like
had
play it
one
like
of
really
those.
slowly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like pretty standard on a lot of keyboards, and I would just like teach myself songs on that. I think she was like surprised that I even like cared about it. And so she like saw that I was like interested in it and got me a guitar, and that was like 5th grade, and I think I started playing it mostly because it just seemed like a really expensive thing that she like invested in for me, and I was like, oh man, I really need to like show her that I appreciate this by playing it every day. And then before I knew it, I just enjoyed it so much and played every day
Okay.
since then. Yeah. So all props to mom. Mom started this all.
Seriously. I remember my best friend, like in my childhood, his name was Jack. I came over to his house one day, and he had this like crappy beat up black like Tama drum set, and I think I remember saying like, "What's that?" I'd never seen it before or something like that.
You're
But
15.
he, this was 2 weeks ago. This whole time I've been so embarrassed to ask you guys what I was playing. Are these drums?
Some weird bongos, man.
Wow, I did it. But no, I was like 10, and he starts playing it, and like looking back on it, he was probably terrible. But at the time, I was like, holy shit! Like this is awesome. I want to make noise. Like this is.
Can we curse on this?
This is
I don't-
really.
I don't know.
You know, all right. Holy crap! This is awesome. And so I can edit this, and then
Jeepers, this is
I
great.
like.
Golly.
I mean, because like we were like 10, so I mean, then we like ran off to like go like shoot each other with like dark guns, like do something stupid. But I kept wanting to go back and like play it or something, and then like
That's how Jack died.
eventually.
And I inherited his drum set.
Wow.
Yep, that's it. No, I really wanted to play it. I started like hitting things that he gave me a pair of his sticks. I started hitting things. My parents were like, "So if you want to play drums, you gotta be serious." I'm like, "All right." So I practiced like on the arm of my couch for like 2 months, and they were like, "Okay, we should probably like help you out." So they got me a crappy drum set, and it was off to the races.
I feel like I've heard that story about drummers starting. I feel like that's like usually how it
The
goes.
couch
Like
thing?
they just like drum on everything, and their parents are like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. No, what they actually said, like, they bought me, like, a practice pad, like one of those, like, $10 pads. They're like, okay, if you're being serious, you gotta just practice with this and nothing else until you're ready.
Regain our sanity.
Hopefully it
It's
falls
like-
out of it.
Like Karate Kid, the whole plot of Karate Kid with, like, not ready yet.
Right.
Yeah. I had to do some extra chores and shit, too, but it was good.
And crap.
And crap. She doesn't know. I'm sorry.
My dad bought me and my siblings 2 drum sets, 2 kids, like baby kids drum sets, and just as like a test to see who would pick it up and stuff, and nobody else wanted to play it, so I started playing it. I put them both together and built like a metal drum set with 2 bass drums. Not that I knew that was at the time, but I put those together and started playing drums, and then I started getting a little better. So my grandma had a drum set like from like the 40s or something, like a really old drum set. It was actually her mom's. And then I started playing that and kept playing drums and like started like a couple like cover bands and stuff like in middle school. And then I started a band with my buddy Elias, and I was playing drums, he was playing guitar, and I decided I wanted to start like I was singing and playing drums, and he was playing guitar, and I realized that was kind of weird because nobody like got that, nobody understood like why the drummer was singing.
Still don't.
So I taught myself how to play guitar. Yeah, I taught myself how to play guitar, and then started doing that, and that took over, and then that's where I've gone from there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Got a drum set for my 12th birthday.
Oh, really?
It all starts with drums.
Yeah, apparently.
Yep.
So you just got like a drum set for your birthday, and then that
Yeah,
was it?
my like best childhood friend played guitar, and I was like, well, I'll play drums.
Okay,
So then I asked for a drum kit for a couple years, and then I got one.
awesome.
Talking
Yeah.
about Brennan, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Brennan.
Oh yeah, shout out to Brennan.
Yeah. That guy's rad.
And like, do you play guitar right now?
Yeah, I
right?
play guitar now. I actually so my dad's a guitar player, so when I got
Oh,
a drum
okay.
set, he was like, what are you doing? So then the year after, he bought me a guitar.
And
So
he's like, no, you gotta switch now.
Yeah.
You open
Awesome.
up your drum set, and you're all happy and stuff, and he slowly hides the guitar he was just about to give you.
crying.
So like, how'd you guys all meet? It's like interesting.
We met in this room.
Oh, really?
We were all pitching radio shows for UCLA, and
Yeah.
we all realized we had the same exact idea. And it was to not be radio personalities, it was to be in a band. I hardly even remember that.
Yeah, go
Ages
on.
ago.
No.
How did we all meet? We went to different high schools. We didn't meet Ryan until about a year or two, like 2 years ago, 2.5
Okay.
years ago.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Ryan?
2 years ago, yeah.
Ryan?
Mark?
Yeah. Oh, hey. Yeah, I heard about you.
But I met Richard and Mark because they went to high school together, and I went to high school with the band I was in, and we used to play shows, same bands would play
Oh,
shows
okay.
together, and yeah, then once everyone went to college, me and Richard stayed home, went to community college, and then me and him started a band, and then one of our buddies came back to do because we had started like a surf punk band, me and my other friend, and we asked if Richard would play bass, and he did, and that started the Frights. And then Mark, came in also. A couple days on the road and kicked out, what's his face?
Yikes.
Yeah.
So so you guys just like randomly started playing together. Like, how was that? Like, did you guys have a fan base? Did you guys just randomly go
No.
to like?
No, we don't
Play
have fan base.
shows.
No.
No, well, the first show we just wanted. We were doing it as a joke. It was
Okay.
we just wanted to do it because it was it was fun for us, and we were obsessed with like the burger scene and Fiddler and all that stuff. So it was like, oh yeah, let's just do this for fun. And then we did it for fun, and we walked out, and one of the guys that worked there was like, hey, I'm starting an indie label. Do you guys want to sign?
Oh wow.
We're like, oh, great. Yeah, sure, thank you. it was like then we kind of were forced into doing it. It was a good thing. It wasn't like we're like, oh man, this sucks. But it's like we weren't gonna do that. Like we weren't planning on doing that stuff. So
Well, we just like play music for fun. Like that's how we hang out. Like I don't know if that's like a musician thing where it's like I don't even know what people do
Yeah.
in their free time.
Yeah,
like
that's
they don't like play music with each other. And so-
Drugs.
drugs, yeah. Homework probably.
Drugs and homework.
So I that's how like any of us started playing together. I think is just
Yeah, it
like,
was all fun.
oh, what are you doing this Saturday? Nothing. That's jam.
Cool. What are you doing
Yeah.
Sunday also?
Yeah. What are you
Jam.
doing every
What do you
day?
go what do you go
Yeah.
on Monday?
I've known Mark since 7th grade,
Yeah.
and there'd be times where I would literally, I had my own mattress at his house.
That's true.
And I would stay there for weeks,
That is true.
literally weeks at a time.
We would just play.
One day I drank a whole gallon of orange juice in his
I'm
house.
still guilty about this. Like it's
It was
okay.
naked orange juice.
Oh my
Naked
God,
brine. That's
dude.
expensive, dude.
True.
Delicious
Wow.
though.
Yeah, we were just hanging out,
Yeah.
and I cracked it open in the beginning of the day, and by the end of the day I finished it, and I realized no one else had drank any of it but me.
But he was
That's
devastated.
horrible.
Anyways, that's how we started playing music.
Chugging orange juice until he puked,
Yeah.
and then we would go right back.
Jeez.
in.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
same
like,
thing.
yeah. I mean, so you guys aren't really like too serious about the whole industry itself, or like, are you just
Well,
like, oh, I'm just
no,
gonna
I
play
mean-
shows? Just
Well,
because I
I mean,
want
that's
to.
that's a
It's become a lot more
That's-
serious
yeah,
as
that's
times. I mean,
understandable.
it's definitely like, you know, it's like our like profession. It's like what we do now. But like,
Yeah.
I mean,
like yeah. Like
no
the
one
first time, I'm gonna be
expected
listing. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be listing like musician on like my tax forms next year. I've
Yeah.
never done that before. Like I don't know, that's only very recently has it become like at all an industry
Where we can start to
thing.
pay our rent off of it,
Yeah.
kind of.
Mm.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely now where it's like, it's not so much that we're taking it seriously now. I mean, now it's just like everything's come together where it's like, okay, yeah, this is actually working. Let's just keep doing it. And I mean, we don't, as far as the music goes and stuff, as far as like playing live, we have never taken seriously. And I don't think we'll ever take that seriously, ever. It's fun, and we try really hard to do good at it and make it a good show, but it's like, if you take it too seriously, it's not going to be fun to watch. So
Yeah,
that's
true.
something that's never changed, despite the fact that we have a team now and like
Mhm.
a label and a manager and all that stuff. So
Okay.
yeah,
It's like, how do you guys feel about the fact that you have like fans like across the country now?
it's weird.
it's kind of crazy.
Strange.
Can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with them. That's
Next
very
question.
bizarre.
Next question.
No, it's just weird. It's
It's-
definitely strange. I don't think I've gotten in my head that we have fans on like in throughout the country. I know I've gotten used to the fact that we have fans in California.
Yeah.
Like I can accept like we can do pretty well in California and
Mhm.
stuff, but like that we sold out in New York
Oh
and
wow.
like Boston and Chicago and Austin.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
And that I still don't understand that
Yeah.
yet. That
Yes.
just doesn't make sense to me.
It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
I think we've always
insane.
done a good job of this of like keeping expectations pretty low.
Well, if you
for
don't expect
everything.
anything and stuff happens, then it's like
Exactly.
it's so
Like,
cool.
awesome.
Yeah,
It's
seriously.
so
Yeah,
sick.
that's-
I expected
So much
nothing
better.
for the whole tour. We always, whenever we go on tour, we're like, okay, it's gonna be a road trip, but we play music
Yeah.
because we don't expect anything to happen.
Every
That's how it's
single
always
show.
been until
Mhm.
like our California tours are pretty good or the West Coast tours are pretty good, but the nationwide tour we had no idea what to expect, and it was very shocking.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Shocking. Breaking.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
So like, when you created your band, like, did you run into like a lot of difficulties, like with people or like with your label or like trying to get your music out there? Was that even like a thing that you guys even tried to do, or is it just like fans just like came to you?
We definitely had a lot of luck. I mean, it's definitely a lot of work. We worked
Mhm.
our asses off for a year, like a good solid year. We played
Like twice a week or something like
yeah,
almost.
just bars that we weren't even allowed inside. And we worked super hard. And at that time, we only had like the support of our manager Joe, who ran Postmark Records as well. He wasn't even our manager back then. He was just our label head, and we just had his support. And it was definitely it got tiring and repetitive, but it was still fun because it was a new thing for us. But that's where we ran into problems with like problems in the band.
Mhm.
Like our old drummer, like he wanted to still just have fun. He didn't want
Mhm.
to take it seriously, kind of thing.
Things are kind of growing beyond that anyway. Like it's
Yeah.
like whether you want to or not, like this is
It's gonna happen.
this is happening in some degree or another. And
yeah.
anyways,
And it's like if we didn't make changes that we needed, we'd still be playing bars to nobody.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like it definitely. I think every band has to pay its dues. In that year and a half or whatever it was us paying our dues.
It's just this band paying its dues, and we'd
Oh,
all
yeah,
been in
yeah,
bands playing for years.
Yeah,
to nobody.
personally,
Yeah.
we've all paid our
Oh,
dues.
seriously.
I've paid more dues. I've got credit on dues. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've sold a lot of tickets to play to nobody.
to play one.
Yeah.
My grandma's bought a lot of tickets from me.
My dad has bought so many tickets.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody came with them.
Indebted, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The scariest moment of my life for a very, very long time was that time when I left all of our pre-sale tickets on top of
Oh
my
yeah.
car.
Yeah. See, we used to just
Yeah.
have to sell tickets to each other
Yeah.
to get them to come
In
to
our
our shows.
Yeah.
and stuff like
Well,
that.
'cause,
Literally.
the promoters for the shows at these little all ages venues everywhere, but especially in San Diego, are like, oh, we're gonna give you 80 pre-sale tickets that are $15
Yeah.
a piece, and you have to sell them or you don't get to play.
Wow.
We're like, okay,
Seriously,
like
there's
80 people. That's a lot of people to come to a show. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to have to harass your friends once a week.
I know 6 people.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And that's why your grandma would have to buy 40 tickets just
Well,
to
like when Mark came to
help you out.
give me a ticket for his show, I was like, "Yeah, I'll take one if you buy one of my tickets." Yeah, like, you trade other
Totally said
bands
that.
so you can play the stupid, dumb show.
at 2 p.m.
it's
To nobody.
Oh my
Two,
They
yeah.
have it's crazy how much power they have because there's little to no basement quote unquote or garage scene in San Diego and LA because it's not that just doesn't happen. Like the cities are too big and
Yeah.
too spread out and stuff. Everyone drives everywhere, so you don't even have that to fall back on. You have to play at these venues,
Yeah.
and so they have a lot of power. They can say whatever they want to get you to play
Yeah,
when you're first starting out.
especially if
It
you're under
sucks.
21 and you
Especially.
can't play
Mhm.
Yeah.
bars because
Yeah, that's a huge deal.
the only option. It's a bummer.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Yeah.
So when you book your shows and stuff, do you guys do it or do you have other people doing it? Like when you guys first started out, how was that process?
We used to book it ourselves. We used to
call
reach out to
people up.
venues we
They
we used to
reached
have
out to us,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean about 6 months or to a year in, people would start reaching out to us to come play, but it was still direct just to our email and stuff. And now we have a booking agent where we don't deal with that stuff anymore.
Good.
Thank God, because that's horrible. So horrible dealing with that
So
stuff.
much work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we used to, Ryan, we did a tour with Ryan's old band Pilgrims, and he
Oh,
booked
yeah.
a tour.
Spring drank.
Yeah.
Spring Drain.
So it's just a pain in the ass if you don't have
I
help.
feel that.
Yeah.
So you guys said someone from Fiddler?
Zach, yeah, the lead singer.
Okay, so how did that happen?
We met in this room about 3 years ago.
We were all pitching the same show, and we
Yeah.
realized we didn't want to pitch a show. We just wanted to play music.
And I hardly remember that.
I was trying to pitch a monster truck sports show. I don't know what you guys were talking about.
We were all Fiddler fans when we were young. I mean, we're still Fiddler fans, but we used to want to play shows with them a lot. So I would email Fiddler all the time, asking us to play shows or asking them to play shows with us and take us on tour, or whatever. And one time we would play a couple shows with them. And then one time he got back to us and he was like, "Hey, dude, there's no shows right now, but what if we do this instead?" And it was like an album idea or doing a song. And we're like, "Yeah, sure, let's do that." And I did a song with them, and then it became, "Let's do a full album." And then that's how that all came together. And he ended up producing the record.
So did they produce the most recent record or the one in 2013?
Fiddlers?
Yeah, which album did they produce?
Ours?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ours,
the
yeah.
most recent one. You were
Oh,
going to hate
okay.
this. Yeah, yeah.
So how did the 2013 album come about?
That
That I don't. We.
I don't even remember how.
I remember that. It was Tommy. This guy Tommy Garcia, and he's in a band called Mrs. Magician in San Diego.
They're really good.
They're a really good band. And then he Facebook messaged us. I remember I didn't know who he was, and we got this Facebook message. He's like, "Hey guys, I want to produce your record." And I remember you and Adam were like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah, well, we were about to record our full length anyways. Like it was we were about to do it ourselves because we did our first two
that's
EPs
right.
ourselves. So
Oh, yeah.
it was literally within 2 weeks of doing that, and he emailed us, and we were like, "Yeah, sure." So and we were all so stoked. It was like, "Whoa, this is the coolest thing in the world." It was pretty much the same feeling we got when we got the email from Zach, but at that point we were about a year ahead of where we were before. So it was like we had built up, and now Zach was coming, which was like a bigger name.
Mm-hmm.
It was just kind of like it all built up. But yeah, Tommy Tommy recorded it. He didn't produce it. We didn't. The first time we had a producer was Zach. He just engineered, mixed, and recorded it. But yeah, that was the first record, and those were all songs we had for a long time. At that point, we had just pretty much that was I guess at that time would have been like everything the Frights played was put onto a record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like how like your songwriting process? Like, do you guys all write together, or like do you write? Like,
I write the songs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you feel like a pressure when you're writing, like
I
to
didn't
get like
used
deadlines?
to. I didn't used to. For the first record, I didn't have any pressure at all. I didn't care at all. None of
Yeah.
us, we didn't really care at all.
No one's gonna listen to this.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't think anyone would listen to it in the first place, but and it was just we were kind of doing that whole like don't care thing.
Yeah.
Where it was like part of the band. It was like just don't care, man.
Yeah, make it sound dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it out of tune. People love it.
But with You Going to Hate This, there was more pressure. Just because we knew we had Zach behind it, and we knew there was going to be some more opportunities that would come up, and we were trying to get to a label, and there was definitely more pressure for that. And then now there's a lot of pressure. Now I feel a lot of pressure writing.
Like, do you have to like meet certain deadlines for like?
No, I
certain
set
things?
deadlines for myself, but
Okay.
I don't. I mean, my goal is to in about little less than a year from now do another one, but that's a long time. I can do that.
Yeah.
But I make deadlines for myself, like, and I just started setting up a studio at our manager's house.
Oh, okay.
Where I can go to, because I'm like I'll be sitting in my apartment and I'll like start to write something, then I'll get on the computer and the whole thing will go to waste. I'll just be distracted with Facebook or something.
Yeah.
So now I have a place to go and sit and shut like the world off and write, which is helpful for me because I don't actually have ADD, but I seriously like can't sit down for a very long time. It just doesn't work.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's nice to have a place to go, and I do. There's a lot more pressure now though, because now like Consequence of Sound like premiered our song, and like I don't know,
People
it's
listen
getting
now.
real. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
People are
People
interested.
care
Now you
now.
have to be serious.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like it's really cool, but
Yeah. Yeah.
that stuff. Every time he misses a deadline, I sneak into his room and I take something precious to him, and he doesn't know it yet.
Stupid.
He's still trying to work out what's precious to him.
Yeah.
One of these days it'll be a valuable item.
Thumbtack is totally gonna get him.
A minute hand to his watch.
God.
So, speaking of the albums and stuff, what are your guys' like favorite songs off? Like the 2013 album, your EPs, like everything.
Favorite song of what's your favorite song of the 2013 album, Richard? What was that? 2013? Was it? Yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even remember half the songs.
Yeah, me either. What was even on that album? Submarines.
Hard Ticket.
Hard Ticket. Some people. Oh my god.
Some people request that.
Anyways,
Some people request all those songs. Like, what was the other one?
Frat Kids. I hear
Frat
that a lot.
Kids.
Kids.
Kids on Drugs.
No, that was Dead Beach.
Oh, you mean on the first?
On the
oh.
first
Oh,
full length.
let the kids.
Let the kids dance.
See, we don't even remember the names of the songs. Like, there's some songs that are like so
Yeah.
removed and like
can't believe it's a song.
divorced from us that we don't even remember them.
I mean, C&C or Submarines maybe is the only two we really play anymore.
Yeah,
So.
definitely Submarines is my favorite of that album
Yeah.
because we still play it. That song, I think,
You should- yeah, we
held
played
up.
that.
It
We-
endured.
Yeah.
We played
The
it in
Gauntlet.
CNC and Cold. Or Cold too.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
cold.
Cold.
Yeah, cold.
Crust Bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
of course.
crap!
Yeah,
I forgot
everyone
about
loves
Crust
that.
Bucket.
All these hits.
Wow.
How could I
One after the
forget?
other.
Yeah. And then the new one.
I don't know. I like Tongues a lot, just because it's fun to play.
Yeah.
A lot of the songs on the new album are more fun to play for me, at least. And so that's how I gauge how much I like a song. Is how fun is it for me to play every night?
Over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Of Age off the new one.
Yeah, that one's
That's my
fun to
favorite.
play too.
That was really fun. We don't play it that often, but I like when we get to play Afraid of the Dark. That's
Yeah.
that's a good one. Yeah.
Ryan, what's your
Like
favorite
that.
one?
I like doing Puppy Knuckles.
Yeah.
Putting that one together is fun. Production and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like a lot of friends. Like when I introduce you guys, like I do that a lot actually. I like talk to people. I'm like, have you heard of the Frights? You should totally do that. And then like the first song, like they always say that they like is probably like Puppy Knuckles or Crust Bucket. my personal favorite is Kids. I don't know why. I just like I love the lyrics. Speaks to like that hardcore emo like
Yeah. Sweet.
that like teenage angst.
That's right. That's exactly
I
what
love
it
it.
is.
It's great.
Sweet. Thank you.
So like now that you guys are like getting big and stuff. I mean, you kinda
Let's get
are.
one thing straight.
I think you guys
We're
are.
absolutely not big.
Well,
No,
thanks for
we're-
thinking
thank
that.
We're
That's very nice.
small. I think small and up and coming maybe.
Yes. Okay. I guess
Why-
that's
why-
a better
why do you
way
What do
to
you think about that?
Not yet going downhill.
Invisible, yeah, and
Frights.
doing something.
They're
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, they're a band.
They are around eventually.
They are physically here in this studio.
But anyways, you were saying something.
So like,
Yeah.
like what made you guys actually decide to continue this with your careers and whatnot? Like you guys went to college. Like, what'd you guys major in? Pretty much.
Oh,
Mark did go to college.
Yeah, Mark
Yeah,
graduated
I mean-
college.
I just did like a couple months ago.
Yeah. Like,
Thank
what
goodness.
was your major?
Majored in film and journalism.
So like, what made you decide to do music instead of that?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I've always said like the day that I can pay like 3 months rent off of what I make musically, that will like that's my version of making it, and I've just made it, so that's awesome. I mean it's what I've always wanted to do. Why
I think
wouldn't
we've
do
all
it? Yeah.
always wanted it. It
This
was-
like
I
this
don't
takes
know if,
precedence
like,
over everything. I was very very close to dropping out to do this band.
I don't know any
a year
musician
ago.
who wouldn't choose this over
Yeah,
anything else.
seriously.
Though.
If you don't want to do this,
Well, it's just
I
one of those
don't- I
things that's like
respect it.
that's just part like why else would you do it unless you want to like be able to do this every day for the rest of your life because
Yeah.
you love to do it, and like obviously you have to be able to support yourself, and if this can also support you doing that every day, then it's like okay, that's
Yeah.
happiness.
You
Yeah.
have, you
But
have
it's
to
like
do it.
so difficult to obtain that like it's just like a pipe dream when you're younger and
Mm-hmm.
like starting in bands and stuff. Like, all right, that'll never happen, but it's fun, dream about, and it's cool to
Yeah.
see 10 people at my show. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like why stop?
Every so often, I mean, because like we're not like big at all by any means, but you know, you'll think about like 16-year-old version of you, and if you could like tell that version of you what you'd be doing like now,
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 years
Oh
later,
my gosh.
you'd freak out. You'd be over the moon. It'd be awesome, and that's what we're all the four of us are doing. It's awesome. It's really cool,
It's
and you,
so
you can't
cool.
buy that. You will never be able to buy that.
Okay. So like the whole point of this podcast is basically, you know, like motivating people who are actually in that position, like what you're saying, like when you're 16 years old and you're thinking about what you want to do, and like if you tell yourself, oh yeah, you're doing music, like that's ecstatic. But like for people who are in bands right now or like just starting off, like I have a few friends who are in bands right now and they're like trying to book shows and like trying to get their name out there, but it's like really difficult for them. Like what advice would you decide to give them?
There's so much you could say.
So
I
much.
mean, just like
And what works for us might not work for other people
That is
too.
true.
Definitely.
Like, that's I think like the overreaching thing that I personally would say, like whatever we say or whatever your friends say or whatever like their friends say, like it can work for you, but it's not like a guaranteed thing. You have to go go your own way.
Go your own way.
but I guess
don't know.
I mean, we just like I mean, ever since we ever started playing music together, like in middle school and beyond, like it was just like play as much as you possibly can, like whether by yourself or with your band, like live or not live, just rehearsing was like make that your life, and also don't take it too seriously because you know you're just like at the end of the day it's just like it's kind of silly that this can be a job because it's just hanging out with your friends like and traveling, and it's so just weird to think about it like that because this is just what we would have been doing anyway. So you can't like take yourself seriously when you're like thinking about that. Like there's no like divine thing like you're meant to be
Yeah.
successful
Yeah,
or something
no.
like that. Like it's just I don't know.
Yeah, I think I don't know because we've all said in this interview like a few times like you know don't take yourself seriously, but like that doesn't extend to like you know trying to get better and like trying to you know
Yeah.
be a good music, like learn
Yeah.
what to take seriously and what not to. I guess. I mean,
Right.
you gotta
Yeah,
be able
do
to, like,
good. Just
do good.
Just
do
don't
good.
don't take yourself too
Do
seriously.
good. Stay good. Stay gold. But don't take that gold seriously. That's what I'm trying to
Oh
say.
God.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
kill it
Don't-
every day.
Don't be afraid.
Okay. So, what are your guys' plans from like now on? What are your goals and aspirations for the band here on out?
Just keep on rocking.
See where this goes, I guess.
Yeah.
Ride this
Yeah.
train
Yeah,
all the
see
way to
how
the
long
station.
this will last.
Yeah.
Still waiting for the other shoe to drop. Hasn't happened yet.
You guys are going on tour again this summer, right?
Yep, and we're going
Yeah.
on tour again in the fall.
Oh,
And
okay.
We're going
So-
on tour again after that, and then after
And
that.
then just years and years of touring until we die.
Yep, it's gonna be great.
Yep.
I'm excited.
So who are you guys going on tour with next?
Honey.
Honey.
Honey?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
And
Wow.
gym shorts.
Gym shorts.
Honey and
yes.
gym shorts, yeah.
Did you guys know them previously, or was this all like...
Never met them.
I remember
Okay.
before.
Actually,
We
yeah,
met
it's
Gym
a
Shorts in
booking agent
Boston.
world.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Gym Shorts.
Oh, we met
did.
Gym Shorts. Yeah, we played a show with them in Boston.
Yeah, but we never met Honey.
Yeah, so
Okay.
They seem nice.
other people seem to think it'll work out.
Okay.
And I have faith in all those people, and I'm looking forward to it. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be good.
Yep,
So-
we're gonna do our thing. They're gonna do their thing. We're all gonna be things. It's gonna be great.
Awesome. Do you guys have any like last minute comments and like stuff you want to say or like I don't know.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys for coming out.
Thank
Oh,
you.
of
I
course.
didn't. I
Seriously.
honestly did not think you guys would actually like.
No.
It was hard to pencil you in to our schedules, but
No, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm already gonna do this podcast, and I was like, just saw the Frights. They're pretty great. So why not? You know?
Yeah.
Just YOLO it and like ask them like, so I'm doing this thing. You want to do it? Okay, sure.
We did it.
well, thank you. Yeah,
Here
it's
we
Yeah.
are.
Thank you so much.
of course.